This is exactly what we wanted to see. As many people remember, a few years ago, we made a big trade for Kyrie Irving, a trade that many people said was a horrible trade, that was going to ruin the franchise and run Luka out of Dallas. And instead, the complete opposite has happened. Last season being Kyrie's first full season with the team, instead of ruining the team, he's elevated the team to the point where we made it to the NBA Finals with the help of a Luka Doncic who was injured, with a team full of inexperienced players. And it's only going to go up from here. But earlier today, a report came out from The Ringer with their top 100 players for this upcoming season, and they're finally starting to put some respect on Kyrie Irving's name. So in this video, we're going to take a look at where they place Kyrie Irving, whether or not I agree with it, and what we can all expect from Kyrie in this upcoming season. But how's it going, everybody? My name is Marcel Martin. This is Mavericks Digest, bringing you the latest news on everything Mavericks related. And before we get started with today's video, as always, we're currently sitting at 13,628 subs. As you all know, and probably tired of hearing me say, I've got my goal of hitting 15K subs by the end of this year. And the only way that we can hit that is if you subscribe. So if you don't want to miss out on anything Mavericks related, the live streams, the watch-alongs, or the giveaways, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on a single thing that we do. But like I said in the intro, Kyrie Irving is finally getting the respect that he deserves, and as we all remember a few years ago when we traded for Kyrie Irving, it was somewhat of a disaster. Not a disaster in the sense of it just ruined the season. We did end up tanking, but it was for Derrick Lively, so it was fine. But a disaster in the sense that nobody really thought this was a good trade, outside from a few Kyrie Irving fans that know exactly what type of player Kyrie Irving is and what he can bring to the Dallas Mavericks. A lot of Mavericks fans weren't that high on Kyrie Irving, and the media would have told you that this was the worst move any organization could have made, that he was a locker room cancer, he's going to ruin your team, your best player is going to want out, but none of that has happened. Although he had his hiccups with the media and his previous organization in Brooklyn, a lot of people can also say that Brooklyn probably isn't that great of an organization. They didn't really back up Kyrie Irving. They didn't make him feel welcomed or make him feel like he was a part of what they're trying to do. If anything, it was very transactional. We're the owners, you're the player, play basketball. But since he's been in Dallas, he's gotten nothing but love and support from everybody. The fans, other players, the organization. During Ramadan, the team made sure that they had a private chef flying with Kyrie Irving to supply him with his meals. The team, the organization, and the city all love Kyrie, and we know the type of player that we got because we saw what he was all last season and well into the playoffs going to the finals. But like I said, The Ringer put out their list of their top 100 players going this upcoming season, and Kyrie Irving is finally getting some respect. If we take a look right here, ESPN ranked Kyrie Irving as the 25th best player heading into the 2024-2025 season. Thoughts? Too high? Too low? Just right? Well, I think that's fine. And if you might have forgotten, there was a list that came out a few years ago of the top 75 players of all time for the NBA, and Kyrie Irving was left out of that top 75 list, which is ridiculous. When you look at Kyrie Irving and what he's done for the game of basketball, what he's able to do, his guard skills transcends that of many legendary players. Even Allen Iverson has said that Kyrie Irving has better handles than him. Aside from just having great handles, he's a champion, he's an all-star, he's a wonderful player and teammate, and it's amazing to see someone who's gone through so much, positive and negative, in his career, make it out on top towards the end of his career, and is continuing to just improve on his own game, but also showing everybody who he truly is. And just to bring up the top 75 list, where is it? Right here. This is what Kyrie Irving had to say regarding about the top 75 list. Irving argued that he played a part in revolutionizing basketball, and that should be acknowledged. Simply because I'm a part of the revolution of this game, and that's what drives me, as well as to continue to spark the next brain that's going to be a part of this 0.03% of billions of people, Irving explained. So it's not going to be for everybody. He took that on the chin. He didn't kick and scream or make a big fuss about it, but he knows who he is. He knows the type of value he has brought to the game of basketball, and I truly do believe, even if Kyrie Irving wasn't Dallas Maverick, I would still be saying that I believe that Kyrie Irving is a top 75 player all time. If you're not going to put him on the list, put him at number 75. I feel like that's just only fair. But I love the fact that he is in the top 20. I'm sorry, he's in the top 100 list for this upcoming season, but he's currently sitting at 25. And if we look at exactly what they had to say about it, they got Kyrie Irving at 25. Kyrie Irving, guard of the Dallas Mavericks. there has been many doubt about Irving's extraordinary skill level, but last year he slid to 34th on this list because of questions about his availability and ability to impact winning. He responded by becoming a driving force in the Mavs' run to the finals alongside Luka Doncic, as the pair proved to be a phenomenal fit together. They formed the league's highest scoring duo, with Irving contributing to 25.7 points per game on 60.8% true shooting, while emerging as the Mavs' emotional leader. That right there alone tells you exactly who Kyrie Irving is. He's an amazing basketball player. He's an amazing teammate. His wisdom and just knowledge of the game of basketball is bleeding to the rest of this team. We're seeing Luka Doncic slowly but surely growing and maturing as a basketball player, while having someone like Kyrie Irving right beside him, who doesn't see Luka as he's better than me or I'm better than him. He sees him as an equal, and Luka also looks at Kyrie Irving as an equal, and they have a lot to learn from each other. And we saw it throughout the entirety of last season. It was amazing. There were moments, small moments, but there was moments where if Luka wasn't available, Kyrie Irving was still able to get the dub. He was still able to get the team together and make things happen. Many times over the last several seasons, we've seen this team go out and try and find players to pair up with Luka, and it never worked out. We saw what happened with KP, where it looked good when it looked good, and when it looked bad, it looked horrible, to the point where many people believe that KP just gave up, that he didn't even really want to be here, that he just wasn't really trying. There have been other players that have just come and gone and just weren't able to really pair up that well with Luka Doncic. But Kyrie Irving has been able to do it, to be able to play alongside Luka, a player that has one of the highest usage rates in the league, and you're still shooting 60% true shooting on 25 points a game? Any team in the league would want that as your co-star, not even as your number one player, the guy get the max money, who's get the most touches. That's your number two. And Mavs fans know that there is no real 1 or 2. It's 1A, 1B. It's the Justice League. Ain't no Batman or Robin. It's Batman and Superman. And now that we got Kyrie, we got the entire Justice League. So it's great to see that Kyrie Irving is getting the respect, that people are acknowledging him, seeing what we all see. Because sometimes as a Mavs fan, you feel a little bit crazy. You know how good Kyrie Irving is. You know how good this team is. But it feels like no one else sees what you see. But now it's starting to look like everyone's starting to see it. But another thing that we're going to take a look at right here, ESPN ranked Kyrie as the 25th best player heading to the season. Here are some of the guards they had ahead of him. Damian Lillard, John Morant, Tyrese Maxey, Donovan Mitchell, Tyrese Halliburton, Devin Booker, and Jalen Brunson. Now, we could sit here all day, go back and forth over who really is or who really should be higher than Kyrie Irving on this list. A lot of these players have a very good case, but I could probably make a better case for Kyrie Irving. But not trying to be biased, I will have to say some of these players I can agree with. Some of them I can't. Not going to really go into who, but I love the fact that he is at 25. I love the fact that he's on this list. We made it to the finals. We're about to make it back to the finals, and we couldn't have done that without Kyrie Irving, without everybody, really, but with Kyrie Irving being an additional piece to the driving force. I love to see him get the credit that he deserves. I love to see the league finally open their eyes and like, wow, what were we thinking? Kyrie Irving, you've been great. Yes, of course, he's been great. He's a champion. He's an Olympian gold medalist. He's an all-star. Like, come on. And hopefully this upcoming season, he could make the all-star team, but who knows? There's a lot of good talent in the league. Someone always gets snubbed, but hopefully Kyrie gets at least a nod from somewhere. And the last thing we're going to look at right here is the following Dallas Mavericks players were ranked in the top 100 NBA player rankings for The Ringer. You got Luka Doncic at 2, Kyrie Irving was at 26. So The Ringer had him at 26, ESPN had him at 25. Same. But they also had Derrick Lively at 89. So going into this upcoming season, we have 3 players in the top 100 list. Derrick Lively being at 89 in his second year, I like to see it. I would also like to see him back it up this year because obviously he had a great rookie year. He was 3rd in Rookie of the Year race, which wasn't really saying much because you had Chet Holmgren, Victor Wembanyama, and everyone else. But Derrick Lively still looked amazing his rookie year, and so far in preseason, he's continuing to show that he still has a lot to show us, that he's still improving, that he's still doing a whole lot better and can still be a whole lot better. So I don't know. I like the fact that we got 3 guys in the top 100. I love the fact that Kyrie Irving is at 25 and 26 for these lists. But let me know what you guys think down below. Do you think 25 is too high, too low, or do you think it's just right? Let me know in the comment section down below. We can have a conversation about it. But that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you for making part of this video. Make sure to check out our Twitter and Discord. Links in the description below. Consider becoming a channel member. We are doing a giveaway. The live stream will be this weekend, Saturday. We're going live to reveal the winner of our giveaways that we do every single month here. But until then, y'all take care. Drink water. Peace.